Hey, Capricorn, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Capricorn, what do we have here for you? We do see that finances or documentation around finances or even a new beginning when it comes to your material world looks like it's been on pause or on delay, but we'll take a look at what is being illuminated for you and how is it leading towards a brand new chapter of your life. We'll look at your values, initiative to take moving forward. We'll look at blocks, and we'll connect to an outcome. All right. Wow, your outcome looks highly favorable after you've gone through some setbacks. Bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment card. The Judgment is a powerful card around rebirth, spiritual rebirth at that, Capricorn. So there's a level of self-awareness that you are mastering or achieving. This new level of self-awareness is putting you towards that next level in your material world, because when your inner world changes, your outer world does. So I see that your outer world, there has been with the Five of Pentacles, either some health issues, financial struggles, career. This could be within the home. Some of you, there were setbacks due to those things here in the physical, financial, material world. But the Judgment is saying here with this Jabberwocky, it's as if Alice is coming face to face with the dragon and Judgment Day has come here. So I feel like this is about self-awareness. It's a second chance to really redeem oneself in some way, shape, or form. This is life purpose. Now, you've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of them. And I feel like I've been getting that energy for you, Capricorn, for months, if not years. For some of you, it has been, a bit of a struggle getting to this pivotal point on your path, on your journey, and it feels like just when you're about to get ahead, there's some sort of a setback, or just when you're about to, come towards a breakthrough, it feels like there's a delay, and it's as if it's right here. You're able to almost see it, touch it, taste it, smell it, but I feel like this goes beyond the five physical senses. This goes into this spiritual realm, and that's why this Judgment is here, because you've really overcome and graduated some powerful lessons that your soul has come here to learn. So this is letting go and not going back, not going back ever to this Five of Pentacles energy, which could be very significant for you. Perhaps it was financial loss of some sort, foreclosure. It could have been a wake-up call regarding your health. For some of you, Five of Pentacles is, bankruptcy or, pride, arrogance. Some of you may have been dealing with someone who was very, very arrogant, very prideful, and you may have lost everything due to it. And you see that the Five of Pentacles is represented by Humpty Dumpty here. So this is what's being illuminated, and it's actually in reverse, which is good because it means you're coming out of this. Humpty Dumpty, when he fell on the ground, everything shattered, right? And he's putting himself, or he has been putting himself back together again, piece by piece. And even though you may not ever be that version of you that you were before something may have fell apart, you're actually wiser, and you're more mature, and you're more emotionally intelligent, and you have the knowledge that you didn't have prior. And I feel like people may really respect where you've come from, or you may have a story to tell. You may have, a gift that has been increased or enhanced due to have gone through such experience, Capricorn. So Five of Pentacles showing up here is pretty significant because, as I always say, the comeback is stronger than the setback. And Five of Pentacles in reverse is, not being left out in the cold, or even coming back in from the cold, because you You've been humbled. Yeah, you've been humbled in some way, shape, or form. And now you see that he has the eggs around him. He has the golden eggs, and the eggs are about new opportunities. And I feel like that's what this situation is bringing about. Perhaps you've gone through a major, life crisis, a loss of some sort, job loss, changes. You may have had something pulled out from underneath you. I'm getting maybe the job was pulled out from underneath you, or your home, or your family. But you see that he's juggling the 5 golden eggs up in the air. And I feel like one of those golden eggs is leading to, a brand new opportunity here. So what is this opportunity? The 3 of Pentacles. This is your new chapter. This new chapter entails you collaborating, working with others. It's showing up in the upright, which is good, because this is representing Dorothy's rescue. In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy gets captured by the minions, the monkeys of the witch, right? And the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man have to come together to, rescue her, to save her, because she can't do it on her own. So even though you've been very independent and you've done things on your own for how long, this is a deep self-awareness or acknowledgement that you're not alone, that you have help, even if this is in the spiritual realm. But I am getting here, there's something very physical, very tangible coming in the form of resources or helpful people, or, finances that are going to help you take your life to the next level. When the 3 of Pentacles shows up here, some of you may have been dealing with people who weren't good team players, or they left you behind in some way, shape, or form. Family, or it could have even been, work collaborations, or just people that when you needed it, they were not there for you. And not that anyone needs rescuing, even though this is represented by Dorothy's rescue. It is nice knowing that you have support. And in a way, we kind of do need that support. That's why we're here living this earthly experience. And so often we segregate ourselves, or, we feel very isolated, very alone, because after all, we are a spark of the divine that branches off to have an individual experience. And that can feel very lonely or isolating, but it's remembering that we come from that spark. And I feel like there are new energies coming in here for you. This could be a new team. This could be a new family, and family doesn't have to be blood. This could be friendships, soul tribe. And I'm getting major goosebumps when I said soul tribe. So for some of you, you've been wanting friendship, companionship in some sort. You may have even been alienated from a family member, a child, or you're ready to go off on, a new journey, and you're going to find your people along the way. And so I see here that not only are you willing to open up to this help, whatever this may be for you, or maybe you are the one that's putting help out there, you have the courage, you have the heart, and you have the brain, right? You have what you need to move forward into this next chapter. And if you don't have you don't feel like you have it, you're going to find those pieces along the way. And I feel like they're coming in sooner rather than later. Some of you, it's been very challenging to find helpful people. If you are maybe a business owner, or if you've needed support from family or resources in some way, shape, or form, because of the 5 of Pentacles, maybe you were not able to get that loan that you needed from the bank, or perhaps you applied for, I'm getting citizenship. Okay, this is interesting. Some of you may have applied for citizenship, or you applied for something, but it was delayed, or it was postponed, or it was denied. But I feel like the initiative moving forward is to have faith, because something is turning around for you. Yes, the sun still feels like it's further away. It feels like that for you, but it's actually right here in your energy. You have the sun. This is the garden of the lively flowers. And the sun is represented here by abundance, right? It's confidence and vitality and success and warmth and playfulness. It is strong Leo energy that brings you happiness and joy. And you've been in this cycle for some time, Capricorn, where you had asked yourself and been asking yourself, what makes me happy? I don't even know anymore. It's been so long, right? The initiative is to embrace playfulness because you've been taking life very seriously, or it's felt very serious for quite some time. But you see these lively flowers, they are, they're lively, they're smiling, they're full of joy. They, just like sunflowers, they reach towards the sun. And that's what the initiative you are meant to take is reach towards what makes you feel alive. Go in that direction and go forward with a healthy ego, right? Because we have ego. It's part of the human experience. We can have healthy ego. We can have wounded ego, inflated ego. I mean, you name it. It's up to you, right? But I feel like because you've gone through such struggle, challenge, or strife with this Five of Pentacles, at times it feels like, am I ever going to get out of this, right? Or am I ever going to find the help needed or take that next step? Here you are taking it. This is the new chapter. Threes are about creativity. They're about harmony and union. Threes are the next level of advancement, right? You start with the self, the I, and the aces. Then you connect to the partnerships, the duality or the decision making of the twos. And then the next level is the threes. So you may have made a choice in your life, in a specific area of your life or many, and you're taking that choice to the next level. And I feel like this is really good. It does look like it has to do with your material world, your home, your finances, your career, perhaps your education. I mean, yes, this could be family as well, but I feel like there's an opportunity that is going to bring you a lot of abundance, or at least a lot more abundance than you felt for quite some time. But there again is that message of not taking life so seriously. Have fun with this, have fun with it and own that confidence. Remember your strengths and work with those weaknesses, or highlight the best parts of, what's coming in here for you or where you've been. I also see that some of you, it almost feels like a part of you, you were thriving. And, it's the lively flowers. You can see the faces in the flowers. And I feel like a part of you at one point or another, you were picked. And I feel, what happens when you pick a flower, right? If you go outside and you pick a flower for its beauty, right? It dies. And it doesn't have the opportunity to continue growing. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you were picked. And it wasn't in a good way of being picked and then thriving and going someplace else. It was like, yeah, this is going to be great. And then boom, something ended. So I feel like, or you've been struggling to stay alive in some way, shape, or form. Not physically. I mean, maybe some of you, but I feel like financially you've been struggling in some way, or dealing or working with people in some way. It has been challenging, but the initiative here is the sun, which I love to see for you, Capricorn. Now, what are your values? What's changed within your value system, your belief system? We have the moon. The moon is all about illusions. It's represented here by the Cheshire cat. Did I say that right? This is the cat that, has those eyes in Alice in Wonderland. And, who are you? Isn't that no, that's not the cat that says that. But I feel like there is this energy of a trance. Maybe some of you have felt like you've been in a bit of a trance when it comes to your beliefs. Like, what are my values? What do I even believe in? The moon card, it's interesting because we see the moon, the sun, and the judgment. And we actually, I'm going to skip to, you have the Empress and the World as well. This is powerful. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 7. These are major arcanas. September, I would say, is one of the biggest months for you in 2024, if not even in the last few years. So this is a big time because you have, again, the moon, the sun, the judgment, the world. Those all are at the end of the major arcana, 18, 19, 20, and 21. And we see that you're wrapping up one of the biggest chapters of your life. Some of you, this is going to be a major shift, right? Maybe completely an overhaul in your career, moving to a brand new place or a country or a new state. This could be exiting out of a relationship that you've been in for quite some time or entering into something. There's a big shift happening. And because you have the Empress, I feel like you're overcoming the blockages that have held you back from gratification. There's been some sort of delay in your gratification. There's been a prolonging when it comes to victory, enlightenment, freedom. And here it's all coming together and quite quickly. And you may be a little confused at first thinking, well, is this even true? It's as if you're coming towards this point in your life, but because there's been so many setbacks, you may not know what to trust, who to trust. Can you believe in this value that you've, integrated into your system? So the moon showing up here is everything being exposed, right? And that's what this eclipse season in September and September and October energy is bringing in for you, because the 5 of Pentacles is what is being illuminated. Your financial structures, your beliefs around money, where you've been and what's not working and where you're, headed, being present, what is working for you. And I also feel like this new opportunity has to do with you being clear about who you are and the path that you're meant to be on. This is about alignment, is what I'm hearing here. The moon is about truths exposed, fears exposed, and trusting your intuition. So how does this play into your values? Some of you, because people have let you down with this 3 of Pentacles, because some of you were pulling your weight and wearing many, many different hats. It's as if you've had to adapt, right? You've adapted to beliefs or values based on, the circumstances that you've gone through. And I feel like everything is coming up for you in a very profound way. And the moon is saying anything that you were uncertain of, or you couldn't trust within yourself, or you weren't even sure if you were in alignment in some way, shape, or form, that is all coming up here to be illuminated in order for you to really embark upon this next new path, this next new journey. And I feel like you will be very victorious. If you're not there yet, you're really on this cusp. And some of you may say, Mel, I've been on this cusp. I've been waiting for it. But like I said, this is a big time for you. This is a lot of, again, I don't think I've ever seen so many major arcanas that are back to back to back, in alignment with the numbers as well. So this is finalization, completion. This is that judgment being made here around this spiritual rebirth. Coming up to, again, the Jabberwocky, Alice is finally to that pivotal point where, working with or slaying the dragon. And I feel like you're doing both in a way. So what's the block? We do have the block being the Empress. Okay, the block is abundance. There's been a block in this. And it almost feels at times like there's been something outside of your control at all times, right? And I have this belief that everything we can figure out in some way, shape, or form. If it's within our control, right? We can figure it out. We have the ability, we have the resources, we have the tools, but sometimes certain things are out of our control, such as death and things of that nature. But how we respond to those things that are out of our control makes all the difference. And that is figure outable. So when the Empress shows up as the Ozma of Oz, this is that divine light. It's basically Glinda in The Wizard of Oz. And it's that ball of pink light that's always with you, that's always hovering over your energy. And I feel like this Empress is showing up, reminding you that you're birthing a new cycle, that you are very creative, very fertile with ideas and with a nurturing quality where you can grow anything, right? You can grow anything that you nurture. And I feel like there is a massive opening of the heart here as well. You can see that her right side, so this is her, masculine side, it's almost as if it's covering that heart chakra. And it may have felt due to control or dominance or power, or maybe even felt like you weren't able to take action towards your heart's desire, because the masculine principle is about action. The feminine principle, which is the Empress, is about receiving. And I feel like there has been a block in receiving or even taking action, but that's about to shift here with this Three of Pentacles, because you have help here. Let's take a look at the outcome. You have the World, which is represented by the Looking Glass. So when we have the World as your outcome, this is completion. This is the end of a major journey. It's graduation time here. Some of you may even be getting married. You may be, graduating from a program or from a degree. You could be going off into, a new area or a new arena in your career or your business. So whatever is showing up within you that you've graduated spiritually even, it's going to start to be reflected in your outer world, because that's what the Looking Glass is. But whenever I get glass energy and the moon, something is being shattered. So an illusion is being shattered. And once that illusion is shattered, it actually opens you up to the truth of some sort of reality, and it allows you to take that next step, because sometimes illusion itself can really hold us back. And maybe that is what has been blocking some sort of abundance or flow, because when your beliefs are misaligned due to so many disappointments or betrayals or setbacks or struggles in life, we're not always consciously aware of why there are blocks in our lives. Why, it feels like we're moving forward just to take 2 steps back, right? And so you have completed this cycle, and it's a big one. And I don't want to say instant, because it's not going to be instant gratification, but any gratification that was delayed, it's almost as if it's instantaneously returned. That's why the word instant's coming in, because it's like you're waking up to, it's like cold water in the face, but it's not a bad truth. I actually feel like with the sun here and the moon, this illusion is going to lead you to more abundance. Maybe it's you saying, wow, I thought I was going to retire, being a teacher, or I thought I was going to be in this marriage forever, or whatever you thought. And maybe it was a strong belief that you held on to, but over time you were not fulfilled, right? There wasn't gratification, or it was prolonged in some way, shape, or form. And now you're saying, wait a second, does that even make me happy? And if it doesn't, why the heck am I still here? Or why is this still happening? And you're restructuring some beliefs. And that's why the sun is here, because if you're not growing, if you're not thriving, you are being transplanted to where you can grow or thrive or be abundant, right? So when the World shows up as your outcome, this is victory, and it's enlightenment, and it's a message reminding you, Capricorn, that the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. So let's clarify some of these energies. I want to take a little sneak peek at the Five of Pentacles, because there has been, again, could be financial loss. It could be health crisis. Some of you may have even hit a bit of, poverty or a foreclosure on a home. You may have had something stolen from you as well. Stolen identity. Some of you, stolen items. This could be money. Let's see. Five of Pentacles. What do we have for the Five of Pentacles here? Okay. Queen of Cups. Something you were emotionally connected to. This could be around the heart as well. Or some of you, this could be your own intuition. You felt very disconnected or left out in the cold. Like, I was intuitive. I thought I was on the right path, path. Okay, hold on. We said pack and past. So for some of you, this does have to do with maybe packing, moving, or it has to do with something of the past. Or you thought you were in alignment with your path and then it shifted. And that happens, right? We tend to go through highs and lows, ups and downs, the roller coaster of life at times. Spirit, why is the Queen? Oh, Queen of Cups. Some of you, this has to do with children, childbirth, fertility. It may even have to do with the sacral chakra. It could have to do with, I'm getting like middle age or menopausal energy or something hit during that time of your life. Okay. You see that there's a lot of koi fish. There's a lot of fish. Koi fish represent prosperity and they're jumping, right? And she has plenty. So when you go from the Five of Pentacles not having enough, some of you, what I'm getting as well is you enabled or you kept saying yes to something that it felt like it started to drain your resources. It started to drain you in some way because you are such a nurturer. You're represented here with this Queen of Cups. And this is someone who is genuine, someone who's a healer, very empathic, very intuitive. And it almost feels like you were taken advantage of in some way, shape, or form. Spirit, why is the Three of Pentacles here for Capricorn? Three of Pentacles, please, for Capricorn. Knight of Swords, yes. Contracts, like I said in the beginning, there could be new contracts coming in, new messages. This is action, assertiveness. This is quick energy with this Knight of Swords. When the Knight of Swords comes in, there could be quick help. There could be resources that are able to come in quickly to help you out here. This could even be a person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But when the Knight of Swords comes in here, he is precise, very courageous, very sharp-minded. He could be a traveler, okay? So you could be traveling or making a quick decision. And it's not that you're being impulsive, but I feel like there's a decision here for a resource or to bring someone on board or for you to work with someone, and a decision could be made quickly. That's what I'm getting here. And I don't feel, again, it's impulsively per se, but it's direct, it's assertive. This is what I want. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going for. I want you on my team. I want to work with you. Or this is a documentation that comes in quick. Yeah. You could receive news, even though this isn't necessarily a page or it doesn't always represent communication, but there's action here with that Three of Pentacles. Let's look at the Sun in reverse. Sun in reverse, we have Eight of Swords, King of Swords. Okay, you're shifting a belief system around your happiness. This is big. Okay, you've been entrapped or you felt stuck. You felt like you had no way out. Okay, Eight of Swords can be mental muckery, as I say. It can be the monkey mind of telling ourselves the same thing over and over, hoping and wanting a different result, but it drives you to the point of insanity, right? It drives you to that point of going in circles, chasing one's tail over and over. King of Swords is saying here, wait a second. Yes, I've had this belief. Yes, I haven't used my mind as maybe constructively as you would have liked, or your belief system, because I always say the power of the mind is just that, powerful, profound. It's huge. It can be used to build or it can be used to destroy. And I feel for some of you, because of what you've gone through, it's almost like it was rewriting some of the belief systems, and some of them were not good, right? It started to bring in this repetitiveness of, that's never going to happen. I'm never going to find love, or I'm never going to find the help, the resources. I'll never be able to move, right? Whatever you were stuck or trapped in, Capricorn, is being it's coming out of like suffocation energy. Some of you felt suffocated. I'm hearing that song. Is that Papa Roach, is it? Suffocation, no breathing. So for some of you, it's as if you're finally coming out of this place of feeling like you are suffocating or drowning, okay? Drowning in finances, drowning in, anger, hurt, mental conflict, whatever it is here. The sun is illuminating this and saying, wait a second, no, you're not. We're getting out of this. You have help. You have resources. Wow, this is big. Let's look at the moon. Why is the moon in the values here? Why is the moon in the values? Ace of Wands, because you are opening yourself up to spirit more so now than you ever have in your life. This is about new beginnings. This is the seed, the conception, right? And we see, I mean, who is the person that gives birth? The Empress. And what starts it? The seed of conception is the Ace of Wands. So you are shifting a belief system that is saying, I embark upon this new beginning and I'm going to do what I need to do with the help of spirit. And I have been enlightened in some way, shape, or form, or I'm on this path of enlightenment. This is your potential. This is your purpose. This is reinventing yourself and the world around you. This is inspiration and passion and desire and ideas and creativity at its peak. And yes, you have the fire energy that wisps everything around you. So things may feel like they're coming in quite quickly, but it's okay because you've been waiting for things to happen in a profound, big, good way. And here it is. I love this showing up with the moon. What's being illuminated is far better than any illusion that you were living in, because the illusion was the lie. And the truth is way better than any of your best illusions could ever be here. So why do we have the Empress? Why is the Empress showing up as a block? The Ace of Cups. Look at these gifts that you have. Aces represent gifts. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. This is a soul-quenching renewal because you Capricorn are the embodiment of the Empress, right? You are someone who has the ability to be so very rich in resources, rich in, finances, whatever richness means to you, rich in community, rich in love, rich in support, you name it. This is the opportunity to grow whatever it is that you want in your garden. Pick what it is that you want and nurture it. Plant those seeds and spend time on what makes you happy, what's going to fulfill you and satiate your hunger for life. That's what the Ace of Cups is. She's holding that cup. And you see that within her holding that cup, it is dripping the beauty of the water onto the seeds, the conception right over here with the Ace of Wands, and it's growing, and it's actually growing quite quickly, quite beautifully. This could be a new love connection. This could be a love for what you do, but ultimately it's the sun saying, wait a second, this is really going to make me happy. This is going to fulfill me. This is going to bring me abundance and vitality and confidence and success and warmth. It's going to fill my soul with that warmth that perhaps you haven't felt for quite some time because you felt cold. You were cold. You were shivering. You were out on your own in the Five of Pentacles, but you're coming in from the cold now. Oh, I just want to give you all big hugs because you've been through it. Let's look at the world. I mean, we've all been through it. But Capricorn, you deserve this. You've worked hard for this. You are one of the hardest workers. I swear, every Capricorn that I've met, you guys are like tooth and nail, grindstone, doing what you need to do to work for what you want, work for what you have. And I feel like it's not for nothing. I promise you it's not for nothing. Let's look at the world. The world is clarified by Temperance. The Temperance is saying it's not for nothing, right? This is, again, towards the end. Well, it's card 14 of 21 in the Major Arcana, and it's about TLC, tender love and care for oneself. It's about bringing balance back into one's world. Right? You have the world. It's clarifying it because your world was crazy out of control, right? Crazy out of control. Maybe there was a sense of overprotectiveness with the mother energy here of the Empress. Maybe some of you have been smothering or over mothering, or maybe not giving something enough attention or time. And that could be you. That could be you not giving yourself, and it may have affected your health. right? You may have went to extremes. You may have relied on something to help you moderate, but in turn, it actually wreaked havoc on your body in some way, shape, or form. This could be dealing with people who had tempers or just a crazy energy. But the temperance and the upright with the world and the upright is bringing back balance into your world, and knowing that you're not doing it alone. This is usually, the temperance usually has the temperance angels. And you see that she's moderating. On one side of the table, she has the cupcakes and she has the martini, and she has, the sweets that fulfill or satiate life in some way, shape, or form. At times, it can be a little bit of that devil energy. The devil doesn't have to be bad. Remember, the word devil itself spells lived backwards. It's just living life's luxuries or pleasures, from time to time. But it's when it becomes all encompassing that it consumes us, and that we don't choose what's on the other side of the table. The carrots, the water, right? The books that, are beneficial, what we watch. And it's finding that balance between, our physicality and our spiritual world. And sometimes that can be difficult for, earth signs, as well as trying to find that balance. And I feel like here you are mastering it, or you've completed something. And I'm getting strong devil energy here for you, which you are represented by the devil, Capricorn energy. But I feel like you are liberating yourself from something that you may have been bonded to, or it may have been, very difficult for you to overcome. So powerful messages today, Capricorn. Let's get a final message from your guides, your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit. What do we have, please, for Capricorn? We have Rama. What are you being called to journey to? What are you being called to journey to? Because there is a path. I see this. There's a new journey for you. Oh, we won't take all of them. And whatever you feel, whatever that call is, because remember, underneath the deck is the judgment. This is the call. And that's what Rama is reminding you. And it says, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light. There's the seed that we kept talking about, the seed of, conception, the birthing of something new. You're laying the foundations. A lot of you've already laid the foundations, right, for something quite significant. But now that divine plan is coming together. And you see that there's that energy, there's the big pink ball of, Glinda coming into your life, and you finally are able to see that you're embarking upon this path that is leading you towards a lot more happiness than you felt for some time. Some of you may have some ancient roots in Egypt. I'm getting Egyptian energy. Okay, I'm getting here ancestors. Some of you, Anna could be significant, or Anna, maybe that's a middle name, or Anne. Okay, take that as it resonates. I'm also getting, you may have grown up with some sort of religion, or you may have a family member who's crossed over that was very religious, potentially Catholic, but again, take it as it resonates to you. You're not alone. You have help here, and you are being called to venture towards a new path, a new journey with the judgment card here. This is your purpose. This is, a sense of self-awareness and not going back to where you were. You've gone through those trials and tribulations, but you've graduated from them. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that was helpful. If so, and you like the reading and it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Lots of love.